Morning everyone.
Morning.
So this vlog's going to be a bit bitty because we don't know when we're going to be working and when we're not. But we've come to Beddgelert's grave.
Yeah.
It's a really sad story actually. Apparently it was a hunting hound and one day he was absent when his master went out hunting. Come back to find blood everywhere and the cots of his children empty. Killed the dog because he thought it was the dog and found the body of a wolf which the dog had killed. So there's your lesson to not jump to conclusions. So yeah, look, it's absolutely beautiful, like mountains in the background everywhere, but we are having some issues with forest holidays. We come out on the bikes,
Go for a ride.
Yeah, we are in today. We're on an afternoon shift, but come hither.
Rain.
Just
looking at that cloud,
so yeah, we're going
actually.
to make this quick. Yeah, they've put us on housekeeping.
Yes. Housekeeping.
And even though we were told that we were employed to do the retreat in the bakehouse, he's been put on ops as well. It's a lot of job to learn for £9.90 an hour. So I've voiced my opinion and I've said I'll do the training, but we might be leaving, might we?
There's a good possibility, let's face facts.
So we don't know, things might change. We might have to take the winter off and work the summer now, we don't know. Because when I voiced my opinion to our line manager,
Well, when we said we had issues with it, they went, well, they'll do the training and we'll have a chat.
We short staffed, that's all I got. We short staffed. Stop kissing me, go away.
They're not interested.
No, they don't say. They just keep saying we're short staffed. That was their answer.
But the two ones that started,
A couple of weeks before us.
no, after we went for the initial.
Yeah, they were starting not long
interview.
after we did the interview.
I think it was 2 weeks after we went for the interview.
We spoke to some of the staff, and apparently they lasted 2 weeks and did a midnight flit. They literally
It lasted a week.
2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks. Was
Yeah,
it?
did a midnight flit. They literally packed up, left in the middle of the night. So Stephen stood in dog poo.
I haven't. You have.
I've stood in dog poo.
Have you?
No,
No, that's somebody else.
I haven't stood in dog poo. Maybe it's that horrible guy who just said to me, "This is not a bike track."
Clean up after your dog, you filthy animal.
Yeah. This is not a dog poo area. Anyway, I'm going to go because I need a shower because I was on a late last night. I was knackered by the time I got back, making pizzas. Yeah, so we'll keep you updated on the job. I'll show you Beddgelert's grave. Steve's stopping. Well, that lasted a long time for his holidays. We are now leaving. We've been there a week-ish, something like that. It's not as described, not one bit.
Well, not what we signed up for the interview.
No. So the interview they told us we would both be on the retreat and bakehouse, and it's totally changed. Housekeeping. Everything. He's doing ops as well. It's a massive job to learn. For 5 months it's not worth it for a start, but we didn't want to do housekeeping. That was one of the reasons we took the job, because they said they had a full team of housekeepers and a full maintenance team. So van life has gone wrong again. So we're heading back to Steve's mum. She's got a delivery to pick up there, and we're just going to go from there. We're not too worried. It obviously would have been nice, but we might have to now postpone our summer off. We don't know. We're just going to have to see, aren't we?
Yeah, well, it's not the fact that housekeeping bed. It's the fact that they changed the job description from the interview to the start date. And what bugbears me is why wasn't there a courtesy phone call? Then it would have been a different discussion, and then probably gone no.
Yeah, they didn't even bother ringing us to tell us the job had changed. Basically, the wardens that started before us, they lasted about the same amount of time. They went before we started.
They lasted a few days.
They weren't told either that they would be shoved on housekeeping. Apparently the lady, I was talking to one of the girls, the lady had a bad shoulder. It's hefty work, like...
It's not the work,
no,
babe. It's
well,
the
it's
fact
not
that we
just
were lied to.
We were lied to, and Sunday night we were on a late, so we finished at 9:15. We were then in at 8:15 in the morning the next morning on housekeeping all day. It's relentless, it's grueling. I am not a lazy cow, and I've struggled yesterday. I was ready to get up and walk out in the afternoon. It's hard graft. So I'm not frightened of hard graft if I know what I'm walking into. I thought it was going to be a bit of an easy ride, so today apparently it's quiet in the winter, all the cabins are full. The campsite was pretty busy this weekend. And another thing, we're not even on a warden's pitch. We're not on a service pitch. We're on
that's my bugbear.
Yeah, we're on the campsite. We get half an hour for dinner, half an hour break, one half an hour break all day, that's all you get.
And the campsite's the far end of the site.
It takes 5 minutes to walk there, 5 minutes to walk back to wherever you're going. It's 10 minutes out your half an hour break. It's ridiculous. So no, it's a no from us, Forest Holidays. I've left them a note and our uniform to say that you need to tell people the truth when you're employing them, because they've obviously done that to the previous warden couple and they've done it to us. All of the employees there are brilliant, lovely people, really nice to work with. Management is an issue. There's a weird kind of culture with management. It's pretty toxic, to be fair. Yeah, so...
Yeah, there's no help anyway.
No. So the answer is no, Forest Holidays. We were in the contract, but we were on 4-week probation, so basically either of us could terminate the contract with no notice, so that's what we've done. Don't know if we're going to get paid for that week. I don't really care. I can't do that till payday.
Well, till payday, see, you said, let's stay till payday, thinking the 25th. Well, the 25th, because I looked before in the office, the 25th is when you get paid, but that's from August. No, September. So
yeah,
we didn't start in September.
It's a month in arrears, basically. Yeah. So you're not going to get paid. We won't be getting paid till December or something, would we, if we were staying?
No, it would be 23rd of December.
So no. Shame, because it's in a beautiful location. The campsite itself is crap. None of the pictures are even.
And it's a walk to fill up the water when you're on the pitch.
Good walk to do anything really, water, toilet.
Yeah. So that's what bugbeared me about not being a warden's pitch. The fact that it's filling up the tank was a nightmare.
So yeah, we're on the road again, and who knows where we're going to end up. But we'll keep you updated. See you in a bit. So we're at Stephen's mum's now, and we've had an update on my bike. Stephen's up there cleaning. What was the update on the bike? They're sending me a new battery.
Yeah, I've got to take the battery out and email them over the battery number, and then they'll send us another battery out.
So new battery for me, woohoo! Yeah, we're just waiting on a parcel being delivered here for Steve. They delivered it?
Yeah.
Alright, wait for Stephen to finish cleaning, have a cup of tea, and then we're going to Manchester. Good morning. So I'm just waiting for the water to heat so I can have a shower. But I'm going to spin you around and show you our lovely view of where we're parked up. So as you can see, we are on an industrial unit. That's our friend's recovery truck and our other friend's van. And out the back is somebody's back garden. We have come back to Costa del Stockport and stopped in the unit last night. We are going to help our friend Andy build his camper van till we hear back off a site that we're waiting to hear back off. Other than that, there are no further plans. I've seen my mum. I might ring my friend today and see if I can go and see her, or I might just sit in the van and watch House of Dragon and chill out, because last week was shite. So, not every park up is beautiful and pretty and coastal and foresty. There's beautiful sunrises and sunsets. Yeah, it was loud being back in the city last night after being rural for the past 5 months. I took the dogs for a walk this morning. All the school kids are going to school. They struggled a little bit with the crowd. And I have to say, I went shopping in Lidl yesterday with my mum and I didn't like it one bit after getting deliveries for the past 5 months. So, being back in the city is a little bit different, but I've got some stuff I need to do. I need to get Doug some Piriton from the chemist and stuff, so I might go out and see his bike. He's got to strip mine down and get labels for the battery so they can send us a new battery in between building this camper. So I'm going to take you up there in a bit after I've had a shower and my breakfast and show you what they're up to. You're supposed to be building a camper van. Why are you sat there?
Because Phil's putting things in things.
Phil's not getting paid to build the camper van.
Riveting things.
So this is what he's bought, a VW Crafter, and they're now going to try and fit the bed. It's got to fit his lanky ass into it.
The plan is, because on a lanky git, you get an extra couple of inches either side if you keep the frame there. So mount the bed, and then I get another 2, so it's 5'8" from there to there. And with another 2 inches, we should get to 6'2". Double mattress is 6'3".
I think it's going to be a tight squeeze, don't you?
Yeah, but at least it'll be snug.
I don't know. I'm optimistic. I'm waiting to see this completely done. This bed bit, because it's looking good.
I measured it by line across.
Yeah. Specifics in this unit. They don't call them NFG for nothing.
Sideways in a van.
Is it comfy?
Yeah.
Really, without them slats fell out at the moment, but yeah.
Yeah, look at the state of that.
I'm fully stretched out and I'm ever so slightly a bit too narrow, but like that, you can't grumble.
It's like a flaming hammock. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So, I told you this vlog would be a little bit bitty, and it is. We are now on our way to Doncaster. We're going to Willowfields because they haven't got enough bits to carry on building the camper.
Waiting on parts.
Lots of parts. We're at Willowfields for 3 nights. Because obviously there's only tomorrow that you can get another delivery, and then it's going to be Monday morning before anything else comes, and they're waiting for wiring, windows, the important stuff that they've got to do before they can start boarding, carpeting all the board that they've got, because they don't want to leave the boarded carpet, the boards with carpet on lying all over the unit, which is dirty. Yeah. If there's anything at Willowfields, we'll show you. If not, I'll have a chat on the way back in a bit.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's now Monday.
So we filmed absolutely nothing at Willowfields. You've all seen Willowfields before on plenty of vlogs. We've just had a really nice weekend with nice people and just chilled out. And it, you know, we didn't pick the camera up. World's crappiest YouTubers. But it wasn't about that. It was just about chilling out with some great people and having a nice weekend.
Yeah, it was. It was. Been a nice weekend.
I'm holding the microphone, so I'm trying to eliminate the rattly noise that you get off the seatbelt. So we'll see. If it's worse, I'm sorry. Yeah, Stephen's now more of the, he's started to think he doesn't want to work over winter. We have got an interview at a place in Cheshire on Wednesday, day after tomorrow. So convince us to go to Europe for Christmas, but it's not really on the cards. We'd have to sort the dogs out. It's a cost. And we're gonna have to try and be a little bit frugal, aren't we? Because if we are taking the winter off, we don't have a lot of power. We don't have a massive amount of solar. We don't have a big amp hour battery. We don't have massive power banks. It's this small power bank, so we would have to be extra careful, because we'd have to book onto sites to charge everything up, basically, won't we?
Yeah, we could do so much while camping, but like you say, there's only so much we could do.
Yeah. So I was talking to somebody over the weekend who does loads of wild camping. They've got like 4 times the amount of solar that we've got, haven't they? And lithium batteries and stuff, and we're just not in a position to be able to afford it, so it is what it is. We'll just have to see how we go if that's the case, and just be a little bit careful with money, won't we?
Yeah. Indeed.
So yeah, we're still in the same position. We have no plan. The current plan is to go to this interview on Wednesday and see. Stephen's loving it. I'm struggling.
Shut up, lady of flaming leisure.
But I'm struggling with being a lady of leisure. So I worked straight from when I've left school. I've never had time off in between jobs. I've gone straight from one job to the next job. And I've always been a bit security orientated, haven't I? And I am struggling a little bit with the lack of security, and although I craved this lifestyle when I was in a 9-to-5 demanding drudgery job, now thinking I don't have any direction really, and I don't really know what to do with myself, so I am struggling a little bit. That's the honest truth of it. I always said I would be honest about everything on this channel. It's not all flowers and unicorns and rainbows.
It's lay-bys and roadkill.
Stephen's loving it. I'm struggling. I'm trying. And this weekend was lovely and I've really enjoyed it. But we have been on a campsite, so I have had the security of, the van being in a safe place, and yeah, admittedly I'm mentally struggling a little bit with it. So
Man up your puff.
it's a real thing, anxiety.
I know it is, I'm writing you up.
So I'm just going to have to, I'm trying to get a lid on it, and I've struggled with anxiety my whole life really, a little bit, haven't I? But I have always had the ability to just snap myself out of it and say stop being an idiot and don't catastrophise. But when you've got more time on your hands to think, you're not working, that's the thing, it makes it worse. So I am finding things to do with myself, so you expect a lot of videos of a lot of crap. Really, because that's what I'm finding to do with myself, and social media and stuff. But yeah, he's loving it. He's loving being back at the unit with Andy, building a van. It's like old times. Always enjoyed that. He's loving getting up when he wants.
Yeah, it's nice. I'm enjoying it. I've worked all summer. I feel like I deserve a holiday.
Yeah, the money side of it is a thought to me, on my mind quite a lot as well. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll just have to see. We've got loads of lovely people who've offered us help and places to stop and places to get water. And there's obviously my mum that's really close by. She's bringing us pie today. So we're not like destitute with nobody to help us or look after us, but when you're in the middle of the night and it's peeing down on top of the van and you wake up, it feels like that sometimes. Anyway, enough of me being a bit strange.
Not strange, it's real life.
Yeah, so I just have to pull my socks up, and yeah. And it's autumn and it's one of my favourite seasons. I love Halloween. I love
it's a bit early for the mask.
I love watching all the trees change colour. Shut up, Steve. And it's been really nice spending time with friends this weekend, and they have helped me show you what they're up to. But that's it for this vlog. We'll obviously keep you updated on the job front. And I'm very sorry, it's been a very boring vlog just driving around in the van, but that is the reality of it, I'm afraid. Isn't it?
Yeah.
So, as always, thanks very much for watching, everybody. Much love, and we'll see you in the next one.
Comment and subscribe.
Yeah, remember to like, comment and subscribe, please. And we'll see you in the next one.